Hello, this is Mahlena Ray Johnson with For Nerdy Girls with Mahlena Ray Johnson. Let me see if I can clean this off. See if that works. Probably the same. Okay. So this episode is This Genius with it's just with me, but it's about Nicaila Matthews Okome, and it is June 17th, 2018. So, again, who am I? I'm Mahlena Ray Johnson, and I went to Loyola Marymount University for film school, and I went to the University of Southern California for business school, where I got my MBA in marketing, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. Also, I'm a 4-time author, and this is my 4th book, Love It a Luau, which is a romance novel available on Amazon Kindle. It's about a refugee suffering from PTSD who is scared to fall in love with a single dad. So, what is this genius about? This is, I told you, the genius we're talking about today is Nicaila Matthews Okome. This genius inspires other colorful women around the world through innovation in communication. These are women working in television, film, podcasting, publishing, and other forms of media, who should be celebrated on a global level. So we'll start by talking about these changemakers right here. By we, I mean me. I'm talking just about other stuff, just me on this video. So who is Nicaila Matthews Okome? She is a marketer and a podcaster and a founder of an agency called Side Hustle Pro LLC. And her podcast, Side Hustle Pro, I should really just read it off so that you get a complete feel about what Side Hustle Pro is. It's a podcast, as I mentioned. I've been listening to it for over a year now, because it's been on for a while. Side Hustle Pro is the first and only podcast to spotlight bold Black women entrepreneurs who have scaled from side hustle to profitable business. And it started in 2016 by Nicaila. So on her podcast, she goes from it's about her as well. She interviews different women entrepreneurs about their businesses. She also has grown in her own business. So she started off in a full-time job where she was not feeling like her work was appreciated as it needed to be. And she is now a full-time entrepreneur. And she helps other women who want to run podcasts, as well as other stuff that she does in her business as well. The thing that I love about her is that she kept going with the podcast, even though when she didn't know what to do or how to make it amazing, but she used Instagram to grow her following on the podcast and is now showing other people how to do that as well. She also spotlights women who are in business, and there are lots of women that I have listened to and learned about because of her podcast, and it really is inspiring for me because there's a lot of entrepreneurship podcasts out there. There are not many that focus on women, and there are not many that focus on any sort of woman in particular that's not white. So it can be really frustrating when you're like, well, what about you're showing all these women, they're all white. What about Black women who are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the United States? Well, I don't know them, so I'm not going to talk about them. But Nicaila is talking about them. So she is sharing about her own journey in entrepreneurship and sharing other people's journey as well, which is great. And what would I talk with her about? Communication. So the coolest thing about the podcast is the way that she is really enthusiastic about how she communicates with the people on her show. So these are not just random people. She has cultivated a relationship with each of these people. And she had an entrepreneur in residence who she followed through different steps of their journey in entrepreneurship. So what I love is how she's great at interviewing, but she also has an appreciation for what each person does and what they are bringing to the world at large. So whether they're a bottled juice manufacturer or a blogger or a fashion designer or a natural self-care products person, there's a way that she appreciates each person for who they are and what they do and the journey that they have described to her on the show. So I like the podcast, and you should look it up and listen to it, especially if you're an entrepreneur trying to figure out, am I doing anything correctly? Yes, there are lots of people who talk about their pitfalls and acknowledge that it's not always a straight line to success. That is the prevailing story. It's often filled with a lot of experimentation, like what I'm doing now in this series, this genius. So as I should have said this in the first episode, that this genius is similar to Talented Tuesdays, which is a series I did on fornerdygirls.com in 2016, where I featured 52 different women. I didn't do video for it. So it's actually the same thing, but it's me talking instead of me typing something up interesting about them. Because I like talking about stuff, and it is definitely taking more time. But I also enjoy talking about what makes the person special to me and not having to find the right words to put in a perfect paragraph and then upload it to you. Also, you get to see me move. All right, so if you have a story that you would like to share about Nicaila Matthews Okome, then please, if you're on Facebook or fornerdygirls.com, leave a comment. If you're on YouTube or someplace else watching this video, then email me at fornerdygirls@gmail.com. And if you have your own genius who you would like to nominate for this genius so that I can talk about what I would coffee chat with them about, then please email me at fornerdygirls@gmail.com and let me know why they're an inspiring woman who is helping to change the lives of colorful women all around the world. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.